Imagine that the gods are playing some great game like chess, let's say a chess game, and you don't know the rules of the game, but you're allowed to look at the board, a little corner perhaps. And from these observations, you try to figure out what the rules are of the game. So you might discover after a bit, for example, that when there's only one bishop around on the board, that the bishop maintains its color. Later on, you might discover the law for the bishop is it moves on a diagonal, which would explain the law that you understood before, that it maintains its color. And that would be analogous to we discover one law and then later find a deeper understanding of it. Then things can happen. Everything's going good. You got all the laws. It looks very good. And then all of a sudden, some strange phenomenon occurs in some corner. So you begin to investigate that, to look for it. It's castling, something you didn't expect it. The thing that doesn't fit is the thing that's the most interesting. The part that doesn't go according to what you expected. After you've been noticed that the bishops maintain their color and they go along the diagonals and so on for such a long time, and everybody knows that that's true, then you suddenly discover one day in some chess game that the bishop doesn't maintain its color. It changes its color. Only later do you discover the new possibility, that the bishop is captured and that a pawn went all the way down to the queen's end to produce a new bishop. That can happen, but you didn't know it. And so it's very analogous to the way our laws are. They sometimes look positive. They keep on working, and all of a sudden some little gimmick shows that they're wrong. And then we have to investigate the conditions under which this bishop change of color happened, and so forth, and gradually learn the new rule that explains it more deeply.
So I want you to give up the telephone. It's not a telephone.
Okay. I'm really at a loss. I can't. It just isn't making any sense at all now.
Is it bigger than a cat or smaller than a cat?
Than a cat?
With this confusion, you can't penetrate this thing. Now, the confusion is because we're all some kind of apes that are kind of stupid, working against this, trying to figure out to put the two sticks together to reach the banana, and we can't quite make it, the idea. And I get that feeling all the time that I'm an ape trying to put the two sticks together. So I always feel stupid. Once in a while, though, the sticks go together on me, and I reach the banana.
You know what it is. I can't tell you. Maybe I can. If I was to carry the wood and cut it in half with that, if I had to cut the wood down to bring it in.
Then you'd use one of these.
It's called I have them in the garage. They are you cut the wood with them.
How is it?
I can't state it. I know what it is, and I could cut the wood with it, and it's in my garage, and it's
complicated as you go along. But in the physics, when you discover new things, it looks more simple. It appears on the whole to be more complicated because we learn about a greater experience. That is, we learn about more particles and new things. And so the laws look complicated again. But if you realize all the time what's kind of wonderful, it as we expand our experience into wilder and wilder regions of experience, every once in a while we have these integrations in which everything is pulled together in a unification, which it turns out to be simpler than it looked before.
So, I know what it is, I think. No, I'm incorrect. I know what it is. I just don't know how to repeat it to you. I would bring I know what it is.
I saw one of these yesterday.
So did I, at my neighbor's.
And what do they call?
We were socking the wood in half. Socking the wood in half. It's not socking, it's...
I saw one of those too.
It starts with an S. It's if I was to go buy them at the store for my wood, they're socks. No.
Okay, well.
I know what it is.
That's good.